Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from Greedy Tech and this is the unboxing of Redmi Note 5 Pro. So here's the box. On the front we have just a quick preview of all the different colors it's available in. It's available in gold and black in the 4GB RAM variant and blue and rose gold in the 6GB RAM variant, which is kind of disappointing. I was really looking forward to the blue color. Anyway, on the front we have just a quick preview of the phone's name, MI logo, and at the top it says India's #1 smartphone brand. Now on the sides it has just the phone's name, and on the back we have some specifications like the screen size, camera specifications, processor. By the way, this is the gold variant with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage. It also has a Made in India logo, just in case if you're really worried about it. So that is all there is to it. Now let's start with the unboxing. There are two seals, one at the top and at the bottom. Let me open them up. So guys, now that the box is open, at the top we have another cardboard box which probably has a plastic case. So here's the soft silicone pouch or a soft silicone case. This is the gold variant and we got a transparent one. I think if we get a black variant, we'll get a black silicone pouch, which I think is great from Xiaomi. We will come back to it later. Now this is the phone. Let me just put that aside for now. Next we have some documentation, which I never read. Next we have the power adapter. This is a regular power adapter with a maximum output of 10 watts, so there's no fast charging or fast charger included in the box. Next we have the micro USB charging cable. Finally we have the SIM card ejector, which seems to be having a new design. This is the SIM card ejector and it definitely looks different from all the other Xiaomi phones. So let me put that aside. So that is all we get inside the box. Now coming back to the phone, it has a nice matte screen protector pre-applied. You can use it until you get a good protector, but I would prefer or suggest you to remove it as soon as possible. On the back we have another sticker with IMEI numbers and probably the SAR value. Let me just show you that. So that's the SAR value. And now I'm gonna peel it off. So guys, this is how the phone looks from the back. It has the iPhone X's camera module design with a vertically aligned dual camera setup with a LED flash at the center. Now this is the front. Now let me power on the device, and while I configure it, let's have a physical overview and then check out the specs. On the front it is a 5.99-inch display with rounded corners with a 2.5D curved Corning Gorilla Glass for protection. Above the display it has a single front-facing camera, earpiece, ambient and proximity sensor, along with a dedicated soft light. Below the display it is completely plain. Unlike the previous generation phones, we have on-screen buttons on this phone. On the back, it has a semi-metal build with a metal back panel with a nice metal finish and two plastic strips at the top and bottom for antennas. It also has a dual camera setup just like the iPhone X with vertically aligned cameras with dual LED flash at the center. That's followed by a fingerprint scanner and MI branding at the bottom. On the right hand side we have the volume and power buttons. On the left side we have the SIM card tray made of plastic that houses a nano SIM slot and a hybrid SIM slot. So you can use two nano SIMs or a nano SIM and an SD card. At the top we have the microphone hole along with the IR blaster, and at the bottom we have the audio jack, another microphone, micro USB charging port and a speaker grill. So guys, that was the physical overview. Now let's look at the specs. This phone packs a 5.99-inch IPS display with Full HD Plus resolution in 18:9 aspect ratio, protected by a 2.5D curved Corning Gorilla Glass. On the rear, it has a dual camera setup with a 12-megapixel primary camera with Sony IMX456 sensor with 1.25 micron pixel size, f2.2 aperture, with a 5-megapixel secondary camera from Samsung used for depth sensing, along with dual LED flash. On the front, it has a 20-megapixel camera with Sony IMX376 sensor with f2.2 aperture and a dedicated soft LED flash. It sports a Snapdragon 636 processor with Adreno 509 GPU built using the 14nm architecture. It is available in two variants with 4GB of RAM and 6GB of RAM with the same 64GB of internal storage. 4GB RAM variant is priced at 14,000 rupees and the 6GB RAM variant is priced at 17,000 rupees. This phone is currently running MIUI 9 on top of Android 7.1.1 and it packs a 4000 mAh battery and comes with a normal 10 watts power adapter in the box. By the way, it also supports Quick Charge 2.0, so if you have a fast charger, you can charge your phone quickly. It has Bluetooth 5.0 support. It packs all the sensors including compass, gyroscope, infrared sensor, fingerprint scanner, and it also has a LED notification light at the top. It has dual SIM support along with VoLTE, so you can use Jio without any problems and even make and receive video calls directly from the phone dialer. For the first time, it also comes with face unlock, which is supposed to unlock your phone in just 500 milliseconds. It has a thickness of 8.05 mm and weighs 181 grams. These are the SAR values. So guys, right out of the box, we get about 2.3 GB of free RAM out of the 4 GB of RAM that's on the phone. Now if we go to settings, then storage, out of the 64 GB of storage, we get around 52.3 GB of free space for our user apps and user data. Now if we go back, we go to About. This is the About page. This phone is currently running MIUI version 9.2.4 based on Android version 7.1.1, and it has a December security patch, which is pretty decent. Now let's check out the camera interface. We have the toggle for flash on the left side corner. We have auto flash. That's pretty basic. Next we have HDR. Unfortunately, we still don't have auto HDR, so that's a pretty bad thing. Next we have the filters, and over here we have the menu or additional options. Now at the bottom we have the modes, just like the iPhone or the Oppo Vivo phones. You can swipe left or right to change between different modes, and if you go to the right side, we have the portrait mode. Now to switch between the front and rear camera, you can press this button. Now this is the front facing camera, and if you try to use the portrait mode by swiping left, it simply switches to the rear camera. So if you want to use portrait mode for selfies, you need to press this button at the top. Then portrait mode will be enabled. Now once again we have HDR mode, and fortunately we have auto HDR for the front facing camera. So that's pretty interesting, but I wish they had given us auto HDR even for the rear camera. So that's a sad thing. Now let's go to the video section and check out the video resolution. Well, as you might have already known, this phone is not supporting 4K as of now, but it does have electronic image stabilization. So that's a huge improvement in terms of camera performance in the Redmi series phones. So guys, that was the camera interface. Now let me quickly add my facial data for face unlock. So for that, just go to lock screen, add face data, enter the password, and then start. That was super fast. So guys, over here we have two options. One is to unlock the phone using the facial data, and the second one is to unlock the phone instantly when the phone wakes up. That means even when you get a notification, if it sees your face, it'll unlock the phone. So let me just give it a try. Now the phone is locked. That was super fast. So guys, even in the lock screen, if it sees my face, it is able to unlock the phone, and it is super fast. Now coming to the fingerprint scanner, even the fingerprint scanner is very fast. Definitely faster than Mi A1 and probably as good as the other flagships out there. This is a soft silicone transparent case that we have seen earlier. Let me put it on, and this is how it looks. It can definitely give you additional grip and protect your device from getting scratched, but that's just it. It is a temporary solution and doesn't protect your device from accidental drops. So there's no physical protection from accidental drops. So I would suggest you to get a better case. I'll try to leave a link for a good case in the description below this video. Do check it out. Now coming to the case itself, on the front it doesn't offer any protection. So if you put your phone directly on its face like this, you'll end up scratching your phone. Yes, even though it is a Corning Gorilla Glass, it will get scratched eventually. On the back, it has nice cutouts for the fingerprint scanner and the camera module, and it is able to protect the camera module pretty well. So even if you place your phone on the back, you won't end up scratching the camera lens. Because of this cutout, even the fingerprint scanner is easily accessible using the index finger. The only bad thing about this case is with the buttons. With the case on, power and volume buttons are slightly hard to press. That's the only disappointing thing about the case so far. Anyway, it's a free case and it should be able to protect your phone until you get a better one. Now I'll use this device for some time and come back with my initial impressions. So guys, coming to my initial impressions, I wish build could have been better. It's just like the Redmi Note 4, but a complete unibody metal design like the Mi A1 would have been great for this phone. And the next thing would be the weight. It weighs around 181 grams just like the Redmi Note 4, so it feels slightly on the heavier side. So if you're very sensitive to the weight of the phone, you might not like this phone. Display is pretty good individually, but it is not the exact same display that we have seen in Redmi Note 5. So I have to check them closely to see which one is better. These are some pictures that I took with the cameras. Portrait mode for the front and rear cameras is great. Selfies come out to be really good. I have to compare the rear camera with other phones to see how good it is. Now coming to performance, I've done some speed tests, but so far I didn't notice any huge improvement in terms of performance. It is definitely faster than the Snapdragon 625 seen in the Redmi Note 4. As you have seen in the speed test, there wasn't a noticeable difference. With that said, this is a brand new phone, so it might need some software optimization to bring out its best. Now the buttons on this phone are good. They're not the best, but still decent, have some tactile feel to it, but once I put on the case, buttons are slightly hard to press. On the whole, for a base price of 14,000 rupees, this phone is definitely packed with a lot of cool features and is definitely worth the price. So if you're in the market looking for the best phone at 15,000 rupees, definitely go for this phone. But if possible, go for the black variant. As you're seeing, I have the gold one and it doesn't feel all that premium or what you can say cool as the black Redmi Note 5. So get the black one, it just feels better and more immersive because of the black borders and all. So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you are planning to buy this phone, use the link in the description. It really helps the channel. If you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter and we will try to make it as soon as possible. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to see more cool videos on tech. I'm Nikhil from Greedy Tech signing off. Have a nice day.